Alright, we are back, and this is, yes, if you're watching part 2, this is part 3 of every anime I watched since I started 5 years ago, or since I started anime, and yes, I'm doing this on the same day as part 2. So, welcome back, let's get into it. Alright, so we are now here for part 3, and just in case you haven't watched any of the others, we have our 6 categories, which is all time, as in my favorites, great, um, which is it's great, it's A tier, good, C B tier, the I can't wait for more, hope there is more, or confirm for more, so I'm not finishing my actual opinion yet. Um, will there ever be more? As in, I hope there is more, but it's been a long time, like 5 to 10 years. And so it's very unlikely that it's ever going to get finished. Trash. It is trash, and I don't have good feelings about ever watching it. Knights and Magic. Guy gets a businessman gets reincarnated, and basically gets reincarnated to where the main attack force uses mechas. And what was his favorite hobby? Gundams and mechas. So he's living his dream and helps them revitalize their entire army. Sadly, probably won't ever get a continuation. It is 13 episodes, and I wish there was more. Alright, we have revisions next. Trash. I don't remember a single lick of it, so I can't put it anywhere else. We got Seven Deadly Sins. Trash. Watch season 1 and like season 2 in a vacuum and forget the rest ever existed. Period. Period. There's a Seven Deadly Sins because there's 7 of the core members. All are one of the 7 deadly sins. That's all you need to know. Rising of the Shield Hero. All time. Period. We'll working for a second. Gotta get something to know world is given the worst of the 4 cardinal weapons. Why is it the worst? Because it's a shield and it's not an actual weapon. So he has to build a party around him that can be weapons, while he is more of a support, but ends up doing more than every other weapon. And it's actually a smart one, and actually has a functioning brain. The others combine for 2 brain cells. And yes, there are 3. And as 4 seasons out there, the recommended watch order is watch season 1. Forget season 2 ever existed. The author of the manga literally came out and goes, hey, this is the worst piece of it I've ever done. Forget it happened. It basically does forget it happens. So you can watch a recap of what happened in season 2. Season 3 gets right back to good. Season 4 is a continuation of it. Sirius the Jaeger. I think season 2 is confirmed. I hope season 2 is confirmed. It is kinda in a world of like the supernatural, and and the main character Sirius is a Jaeger. I hope that's the main character. And the whole thing is, well, he has his whole family backstory, and he kind of has special powers, but it kind of like is a slow burn and like getting revealed eventually. So it's kind of weird, and I hope there's more. Because it kind of is hinting at there should be more. Spy X Family is good. No clue if it's ever actually gonna finish, or like if the mission will ever actually finish. It's just a good show, and it's very episodic. So it's kind of hard to binge. It's Lloyd is trying to get information about this rival country. Yor is a secret assassin, and Anya is a secret telepath. And then the dog also has some type of special power. I think he's like a telepath too, something like that. They don't have secret powers. None of them know about each other's power, except for Anya knows about the dog's power, and they know about each other. But Anya knows about Yor and Lloyd's powers, or well, special jobs, but they don't know about each other's, and so it's always funny. It's just very funny. We have Sky Wizards Academy. Will there be more? No, there won't. There won't. And it won't be finished, so I'm just putting it there because it's good. I wish there was more so I can actually like get the full thing into it. We have Star Wars Bad Batch. It is good. It's not great, it's not all time. Why? Because there's obvious things that hold it back, and there's some pacing issues, And like some stories, like take like you get one episode, and then 8 episodes later it gets continued, and it's very like not as good as you would hope, and like the pacing issues and other stuff kind of ruin it. But it's still overall good and it's finished, so it's good. Yeah. Sword Art Online, great. Ignore the end of the second part. Ignore the second part. Just ignore. So they finished the first um virtual reality world thing and ignore the second thing. It's very, very weird and rather disgusting, and it's what made people not want to read or watch. But it kind of picks up, and the story gets good again. We have that time I got reincarnated as a slime, or Denshura. Or I don't know why it's called Denshura, to be honest, but that's just the nickname people have for it. It is an all-time greatness. The main character is OP and is a slime, but is in a human body because of events that happened in season 1. And she has an entire arm. I don't really know. It was a he whenever it was last in the real world. But it's not like a she, a he. I don't know. It's kind of like generalized, but I don't really like that. But it's not really mentioned all that much, so it's kind of like forgettable. But it's a great one. It's an all-time one, and I cannot wait for the next season. I know I said like I won't put them if they're unfinished, but these two are just all time. I can't just like put them down here because I'm waiting for more. I know they're gonna get finished because they're among the most popular anime in all at all. So period. Boom, done. Terror in Resonance, great. These two kids want their past to be brought up so they commit terrorist acts. Period. The Great Cleric. An isekai where a guy becomes a cleric and actually uses his powers properly, but wants to become a warrior as well, so trains. Can't wait for more. I believe season 2 will come out. Alright, we have the Risk Cat's Otherworldly Adventure. It won't continue. It just won't. Guy gets isekai into an aristocrat, and slowly becomes OP, and then I think this is the one where, yeah, it is that one. Where he ends up having to be trained or whatever by the gods to like defeat the entity that's coming to like destroy them. It's okay. Will there ever be more? No, the overall plot or whatever seems to have wrapped up in the first season. The healer who was banished from his party. Will there be more? No, I don't think so. I would love it, but no. Healer. It's of this new kind of anime that's kind of sparking up over the past 2 years, where guy gets banished from his party and is actually a lot more useful in his old party than his old party ever realized, and they kind of end up wanting him back, but they kind of just like fall apart. That's the whole premise of this new genre of anime, because it's not really an isekai anymore. It's not an isekai, it's just like a new shonen or magic or something. Get Dragon Prince. It's good. It's just good. The show got wrapped up rather nicely. It's a kid's show, so it's rather tame, and the animation's a bit down, and the pacing is slower, so it's good. It's wrapped up. It's fine. It's not one of my top tiers. Now if the sequel comes out, which they're doing a like Kickstarter for it to, since they don't have the funding yet. But if the sequel comes out and they do more, since like the character's gonna be like adults now, then I would probably like that one more. Ulsan Newbie Adventurer, this guy decided to become an adventurer after he turned 30, and so he's obviously powerful, but everyone looks down on him because of his age. Greatness. Pure greatness. I don't care if more comes out. It is just greatness. It is pure fire. We got the world's finest assassin. And so this will be. I wish there will be more. I think season 2 is confirmed, but I'm not sure. Which is why it's a great show. It's an isekai. Guy is one of the greatest assassins in his world, and gets isekai. Gets to pick his abilities, and gets sent over to the new world to help save it from the eventual death that happens. Tomodachi Game. Honestly, it is good. It is good. But since I don't think there will be more, trash. The Grim Variations. Imagine what's Red Riding Hood or something. Imagine the stories you've heard when you're growing up, like the big bad wolf blowing down these three houses or whatever to try and rob them or stuff like that. Imagine those kid stories uh, are wildly reimagined and getting told. There's 6 of them, and it is good. Alright, we have. Okay, we have the irregular Magic High School. It is. This is hard to do because like I know what happens later in the manga. And it's kind of I don't like it, and I don't want to spoil it. So I'll put it in good. If you watch it, you'll know what I'm talking about. For let's spoil it. Basically the siblings that are like siblings or whatever in the show, they end up engaged. They're engaged at this point in the manga. So it is good, but since I know the future and I don't want the future to happen, I just want to be able to watch the first maybe like one to maybe all of it. There's 3 seasons out. Since I would love to just watch the first 3 seasons, I'm just putting it in a vacuum, and it's like 7 Deadly Sins. Just watch the beginning of it in a vacuum and never watch it again. It's not like it. It's not unless you're into that. The Honor Magic High School, good, because it's a spinoff of the original, because it's just to show that since the original is showing the male, the Shibuya twins, this one shows the girl. It's okay. It's good. It's not gonna get more. So yeah. Ice Blade Sorcerer. The Ice Blade Sorcerer shall rule the world. Will there be more? No, it's a 13 episode one. What? It's a 13 episode anime that randomly came out and was fire. Why would I get more? Not enough people watched it. I don't know. It's good. He's one of the like special spell blades or something. Has a dark past, and yeah, that's about it. Tower of God. I liked it. It's good. Season 1 was good. Season 2 was great. I don't get the discourse about Season 2. I didn't find the animation to be bad. People just had their love. People just, after watching JJK or Solo Leveling or stuff like that, people have these lofty expectations for other shows, and they just don't meet it. Alright, Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy. Top tier. It's funny how all 3 of these are an all-timer isekai and all 3 are unfinished. But Tsukimichi Moonlight Fantasy, main character is overpowered, has an army behind him, and basically starts building his kingdom. Wow, they're all basically the exact same except this one's genderless. Alright, Misfits Demon King Academy. Watch season 1 in a vacuum. Yeah. If you literally with all 3 of these, watch a certain amount in a vacuum and you'll be fine. Vinland Saga. It is all-time classic. I can't wait for it to finish. It'll finish at like the 4th season. 2 seasons are out, and there will be more. Trust me, it will get finished eventually. It's just gonna take a long time, like I said with JJK and Part 2. But just a fair warning, Season 1 and Season 2 is a stark contrast from each other. Just a fair warning. What? And alright, we got Why Does Nobody Remember Me in This World? So this is. I can't wait for more. I believe there will be more. It came out last year. This is a reverse isekai, as in he doesn't get reincarnated into a new world. He gets reincarnated into his own world, but his own world isn't his world. It's like a twist, and one big thing that happened in the past didn't end up happening, and so it's wretched and apocalyptic, and it's insanely fire. And I think at the end, he kind of like nearly gets to where he like goes back into his world, but I think there will be more. I hope at least. Wise man, grandchild. There's not going to be more. I wish there would be more. Man gets reincarnated and ends up being the child of a very powerful wise man. That's all I'm giving. The story of Wand and Sword. Give me more. I want more every year. It's like One Punch Man and Mashal, where a guy is in the world. It's well based on Mashal. A guy is very powerful in a sense. Well, he's not as powerful, but he's very inventive and creative and is very good. But he is in a world full of magic, and he has no magic or no normal magic. I would say that's what I think. And is insanely good. World Trigger, all time. All five of these are all time, yet not one of them will ever get. Well, not one of these are actually finished. This one is finished for now. But I don't know. I don't know if it ever will get finished, but it is finished for now. It is 99 episodes, and my goodness, is this one of the greatest of all time? Wait, why is this even in here? Oh, it's just this here. Okay, well, this one isn't even meant to be in here, but it is. But it is one of the greatest shows I've ever seen, and it's very different. So in this world of triggers, they use these triggers, which are weapons, and they transform themselves into like a virtual reality in the sense that their real bodies don't die, and they fight beings that kind of just invade into this one particular city in Japan. Yakuza Fiance, it is good, and I think there's going to be more. Yeah, it's in Japan. Girl gets sent over. She is the granddaughter of a Yakuza, and it's a proposed marriage or arranged marriage towards towards the grandson of another Yakuza in another city, and it's a fully fledged like big manga and might be like close to finished or finished or something like that. But yeah, it only has one season and it's pretty good. This is the New Gate. It's an isekai where it's like Sword Art Online in the sense of it's like a virtual reality game, but they finish all the players of the real world finish the game and it like gets shut down, but the main character gets stuck in and it gets isekai to it, and but it's in so long into the future and kind of remakes the party he had. The New Game. Alright, the Idhun Chronicles. Alright, if it ever finished, it would be good, but since it's not gonna finish, it's trash. Because it's unfinished. There's like one more part to it, and it's just not gonna get finished. Alright, we got the Millionaire Detective. Greatness. It is greatness. Imagine you're a police detective and you have an exuberant amount of money. Like, imagine basically, what if Batman was just a detective and used all of his money ridiculously so much? That's basically it. Alright, then we have the Notorious Talker. Will there ever be more? I have no clue, and I wish there would be more. It's a good show. The main character is like the morally gray. Like, he's not really good, but he's not really the worst of the worst. He's kind of like Loki. He's like good, but then not good, but then bad, and then like kind of switches between. But he's like morally, he's not really a good person. Overall, he's a lovable bad guy. But he's not really the bad guy. He just isn't that good in the whole world. So yeah, that's part 3, and I will put another video out later this year, or well, I think the video will come out at the beginning of next year technically, and it'll be all the shows that I watched this year in a category like this or something like that. But it will be longer because it is like 50 or so shows, something like that. So have a good day.